Ladies. All right, welcome to Unlock Your First Six Figures morning show. I'm your host, Shay Cannon. I'm an award-winning fractional chief operating officer with an exclusive clientele of six and seven-figure CEOs. However, I have a mission. That mission includes you, small business owners and entrepreneurs who are spinning their wheels and struggling to get to their first six figures in business. I want to show you how to make the money and create time freedom. That's make the money and create time freedom. My freedom looks like living and working from anywhere in the world. I'll spare you all the places I've been in 5 years. However, just know that I am currently living my best life and working my best business in Mexico. Okay. So it's all about networking for money. We networking for dollars this week. Okay. So this week, what we've been talking about is how to get money from your small business networking. And this all started based on me being at a big business conference last week and intentionally going to get the money. Okay. So I'm sharing with you the strategies that I use to net $10,794 in the bank. And so if you just want general networking strategies, that is at the forefront of the blog post. Go to shaycannon.com/conference $sign. That's the dollar symbol, right? If you go there in the introductory paragraph, I've hyperlinked it to a former blog post that tells you how to network at these big business conferences, right? But this week we talked about how to get to the money while at the business conferences. Okay. So the first strategy we talked about on Tuesday was about clarity. Okay. I talked about clarity, what you need to be clear on and how you make other people clear on some things. You want to know what that is? Go to Tuesday's replay. Okay. Then yesterday I talked about politicking. Okay. That's what I call it, politicking. Because I was out there kissing babies and shaking hands and giving this Southern hospitality Alabama hugs. Okay. And what that did was it allowed me to have these sessions that netted the most of the 10,000 plus dollars that I made. Okay. So you definitely need to catch yesterday's replay. Now, today we're going to talk about the last two strategies that I used to round out that money. And the first one is I had a meetup. Okay, I had a meetup. Now, most conferences end at around 4, 5, 6, right? This conference that we go to twice a year, let me tell you how it goes no less than 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Okay, the conference goes from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. So all you have are the breaks. You have your breakfast break, you have your lunch break, you have your dinner break. Okay, so what I did was I took advantage of the last dinner break of the conference. Okay, and I had a dinner discussion meetup. And I invited anybody from the conference, okay? But especially if you were trying to get to your first six figures, okay? And I picked a topic that was on everybody's mind. It was a high value topic, a popular topic of AI. But I put a twist on it. AI and operations for your business growth to your first six figures, okay? Because I'm trying to attract my ideal client to this dinner. So I host this meetup, y'all, and it's great. We're at capacity at the table, all the things. Well, we had RSVP to capacity, right? Now, fewer than what RSVP showed up, as always, right? Anytime you have a webinar, in-person event, any kind of event where you're taking RSVP reservations, more people registered than that show up, right? Now, those that showed up were primed and ready to go. And I was thankful that half of the people that showed up didn't even know me. Didn't even know me. So the topic, okay, and who I was trying to get to is what showed up, whether they knew me or not. So again, this is where some of that clarity comes into play. Stop trying to be cute. Stop trying to be clever and be clear. I was very clear. AI for operations and business growth to get to your first six figures. Okay. People easily identified that was them. That's what they needed. That's what they were interested in. They didn't have to guess. That I didn't have to have them wait and ask me, what does that mean? Okay. Y'all got to be clear. We're going to skip that part though. Okay. So at this dinner discussion, I talked about AI. I talked in some of the same things I taught y'all in this community, right? Now, just like I talked to Shawana. Shawana is currently at a conference right now. right? And I asked her, I said, hey, you're a moderator at this conference. You get to talk all throughout the conference. Do you have a lead magnet? She did not. But guess what she got now? A lead magnet. Because even though I had this dinner discussion, right, and I was able to create this circumstance where people who did not know me could now like, know, and trust me, a dinner is not enough. I need a way to capture them as a lead. So I came in with a lead magnet. Okay. And basically, the lead magnet was the same folder of AI tools that I gave y'all, right? It was also taking them to the blog post of, the AI tools and the chat GPT, how to get started. And I told them to join this group so they can go and see the morning show on each of those topics. That's all the lead magnet was. It fit in with the discussion. It fit in with the people that I brought about. And guess what? We got some hits on that lead magnet. Okay. Now, not only did I give it to the people at dinner, I went back to the message where I invited everybody. I put the link there so that people who didn't even show up for the dinner are now on my email list. Okay. And guess what? That little message where I invited everybody to dinner, that wasn't a closed and private message. So more people than that was on that message signed up for the lead magnet. So if you want to check out that lead magnet, it was at shaycannon.com, AI, the number 4 BIZ. So AI for biz. And put that in the group for y'all. AI.com, AI.com, Jesus. AI for biz. Okay. So when you're around people, you need a way to be able to connect with them again. Don't think that conversation is enough. Even a whole dinner conversation was not enough. I needed to get these people on my email list. Okay. But again, to round out the total amount of money that I made from this conference, I had 2 purchases of our past workshops. Okay. We've been talking about that organic marketing workshop for I don't know how long. It was revolutionary. So guess what? I went ahead and prepared that thing for sale for replay before going to the conference. So now the replay is ready. So y'all have heard us talk about it. If you want to in on that workshop, okay, it is still available to you. You can go to shaycannon.com/organic and get it, because our next workshop is shaycannon.com/scroll. Because now that we know how to market and we know how to talk to the people we want to talk to in the places and have our right expectation and all of that, now we need to know how to get their attention. But I'm going to tell you, coming into this Stop the Scroll workshop, you really need to have been into the organic marketing workshop, because there are gems over there we're not talking about. We're going to be talking over your head. So it's best to go and get that. So let's put that in the group, shaycannon.com/organic. And then the new one is shaycannon.com/scroll for Stop the Scroll. So that is in the Facebook group, y'all. So Heather has already got her workshop seat. Y'all need to make sure to get your workshop seat, because we're going to go do a deep dive and how to stop the scroll. But going back, meetups. Go ahead and do meetups. Go ahead and start talking about it at the beginning of the conference. I gave myself enough time to get enough people in and allow my other strategies to work so that more people will be interested in that dinner. So I purposely did it the last day of the conference. Okay. If your conference is 3 days, feel free to do it in, the second day. But what I would not do is do it the first day. You haven't given yourself enough time for all of your strategies to work so that people will come in addition to the SEO of your clear title. All right. So that was the meetup. Now, again, that garnered me 2 workshop replay purchases and more people on my email list. Okay. The last strategy was a touch base, because basically all I've been talking about is top of funnel stuff. I've been talking about how I kind of reached out and how people have reached out to me that didn't know me before. But I was very intentional about touching base with people who I did know or that did know me. Okay. So I intentionally connected with people I already knew to let them know I was present at that conference. Okay. Remind them of who I am, what I've been up to lately, and who I'm looking to work with. Okay. Now, what did that garner me? That garnered me some scheduled discovery calls and referrals. Okay. Referrals. I have reminded people, hey, you know somebody that does this, it's me, right? And immediately people were like, yeah, that's right. I was talking to somebody the other day that needs you, right? Because just because people know you don't mean you're top of mind. So you have to take every opportunity to be top of mind. Okay, so that was 2 new strategies that we added for a total of 4. So you need to be clear, right? You need to politic, okay? You need to schedule some meetups or a meetup, okay? And you need to touch base with people who already know you, all right? Now, this week has been great. We've talked about things that I feel like you can easily employ into your tactics to not only have more top of funnel awareness of you, but to actually make money at these events. Okay. So, what I would love to know is which strategy do you feel like was more game changing for you and your business that you can start doing to start garnering money as you are networking? And I'm going to start with Tracy Powell, the T Lynn experience. Which one of these strategies do you think was most game changing for you, Tracy?
Well, of course, it's clarity.
See, I wasn't gonna bother you today, Tracy.
But that's number one for me. But because I'm going to a major event real soon, I
Mm-hmm.
feel like just getting it all together, putting it all together is going to
Yes.
be a great success. But number one for me is clarity.
I love it. I love it. So, Tracy, what I would do if I were you at this event, everybody doesn't use that Wahova app or networking apps for their in person event. That Wahova app, baby, it made it easy for me to do my thing. Let me tell you, it made it easy. But every event doesn't have that. So, Tracy, if you already know who's going, go ahead and try to set up some stuff with the people that you know that are already going and going to be there, right? Go ahead and have something ready with a QR code so that people can go ahead and get scheduled or go ahead and get a lead magnet or something. Okay. So that you're
Okay.
pulling these people into your ecosphere and you can touch base with them after this event. Right. And go ahead and wherever the event is, see if you can do a post somewhere that says who all is going or wherever your network is gathered. See if hey, who's coming to this event, right? So the event might not have a way for you to know who's coming, but you can ask people who is coming to the event. So ask your network who's coming. So you can start scheduling this stuff, inviting them to stuff, get your QR codes ready, and all the things. All right?
Awesome. Thank you.
Cool beans, cool beans. Glow. Which of the 4 strategies was most game changing for you? All right, Glow. We're gonna let you put that in the comments or we'll come back to you. So let us know when you're ready. Dr. Tachi, which of the 4 strategies was more game changing for you for networking and getting to the money on site? I feel like y'all punking me. So we're gonna go to Dr. LaFera. Dr. LaFera, which one of the 4? Now you have been to the same business conferences I have been to, Dr. LaFera. So which one of these strategies do you think would be most game changing for you and work the best for you to get money on site?
Well, I have 2 different perspectives. So, when I was selling, so before your conference,
Mm-hmm.
um, it was going up to the mic because we didn't have that Wahova app at all the conference. It was going up to the mic so everybody could see me. And I was asking a question and they would be like, you're the doctor with the lashes. And so then like I sold stuff at the conference and then when I came back to the other conferences, they would be like, what did you bring? I'm like, no, you wanted me to. And these would be people that I, didn't even know. But after you, and listening to this talk this week, um, it was it was clarity because I had to figure out how to weave everything together in a way to help the people that I want to attract. And so, and knowing what I wanted to offer ultimately to help those people. So it had to be clarity and it had to be kind of short and, so they won't get lost in details, short and simple. So that clarity and then the QR code, like not just having a QR code, because like you said, most people go to they collect your popple or your whatever you have, and they don't even go back to it. Like, I think I always saved mine with the conference name as part of the contact, so I could easily go back because I forget those people's names. But you said, like, have somebody have like either send them to your calendar or your Facebook group, or in my case, like or send them to like something where you can get like a partial payment. So yeah, like those two are like real big, because like I never thought about the partial payment thing. And yeah,
Because I think
so
sometimes, Dr. LaFera, we're taught processes and we're so looking at the process, we're skipping over the fact that the person in front of us is ready, right? So we're always taught, well, you got to have your automation set up, you got to have your funnel set up. And I have had people where I have been ready to buy and they're trying to put me through their funnel. Baby, if you don't get this money so I can get started, what are you doing, right? So you have to be, this is where that listening comes in, right? And listening intently, so that you're not just listening so that you can say the next thing, right? You shouldn't be listening so you can just give a link and the link ain't even a payment link. You should be listening to where are they, so that you can know where to insert yourself to move them forward. Some of them are not at the very beginning, right? Some of them are toward the middle, and you can come on, let's seal this deal, right? So if you're paying attention, if you are listening, then you can tell where people are, right? As Teray pointed out on yesterday, she was like, you took people through the whole funnel in like 5 minutes. They went from tofu to mofu to bofu, and you were able to get money in like 5 minutes, right? Yes, because I'm paying attention to where they are. Are you top of funnel? Can I push you to middle funnel, right? Can I push you to bofu? Where are you? I'm in person, right? So this is not some stagnant thing. So yes, Dr. LaFera. Teray, out of the 4 strategies, which one was most game changing for you?
Good morning, lady. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. For me, I like the touch base thing. I feel like at the TSP conference, I know enough people that I can reach out to them and connect with them before I get there. A lot of them, many of them are my Facebook friends already. I know what they're doing. I can connect with them before I go.
Yes.
And then I've acquired so many more that I can reach out to them too, people I don't know. So I feel like the touch base thing is key. The cool thing about the TSP conference is that it's formulated for you to network.
Yeah.
A lot of conferences you go and you want to network, but it's kind of, you know what I mean? The expectation at this conference is for you to network. So you can take advantage of that. But so many people don't really know how to network. And when you send them an invitation and say, I want to have lunch with you, I'm going to meet you here. Hey, are you busy at such and such? Because so many people don't know how to network, when you send them an invitation to connect, they're okay with that because they don't really know how to do it anyway. So take advantage of the fact that people are looking to network. They don't know how to network. They're looking for places to be. And you know what I mean? It's overwhelming if you've never been to a conference like this, because during the breaks, there are huddles of groups all over the place. And you think, well, how do I get into a group? You know what I mean? So if you invite them into your group, then they're welcome to join you, whether they're in your market or not. They're welcome to join you, and they'll know somebody who knows somebody who needs you. So this is, you're going to get a lot from this conference, but you'll get more if you know how to network. And so for me, the touch base thing is key for me.
It is. And the touch base thing, to me, that's how you get the referrals, right? You remind people who you are, what you do, who you're looking to work with, right? And then they immediately are rattling off, oh yeah, so-and-so needs you. So, I mean, it was amazing how many people that the one person is connecting me with 3 other people just because I touched base intentionally, right? So yeah, you need to take advantage of that. It's amazing. Heather, what out of the 4 strategies we talked about this week was the most game changing for you?
The politicking, but in particular under politicking, is when we were talking about, and then Teray, was it Teray?
Probably. Look.
Probably, right? Was when we were talking about the in-person discovery call and at least getting the deposit up front. So having like the QR code to schedule a discovery call if like that wasn't appropriate at the time, or or the QR code to collect at least a deposit, right? But what really stuck, and I have it starred, is to give the person a win immediately.
Mhm.
Right? So that is what really sticks out for me this week.
Love it. Love it. Yeah, that was thanks to Teray, because I didn't say that. Teray said that. That was great value add. So Glow said, clarity. I needed that. Clear mind to be set on what I needed to focus on. Yes. And Dr. LaFera also added, I like the systematic approach to move them through the funnel in real time. Yes. So if you took the organic marketing workshop, then what you understand is there's top of funnel, there's middle of funnel, and there's bottom of funnel. And how you treat those people in those different places in the funnel is different. You don't treat them all the same, right? So when I'm first coming into awareness of somebody, that's top of funnel, right? So what do I have for those people? I'm inviting them into the community, right? If the conversation is going into another way, I'm inviting them to a discovery call. If the conversation is going further where I'm able to show you I'm an expert and you understand in this conversation that you need me, then I'm inviting you to put a deposit down or to pay for the service that I'm recommending for you, right? So I had all of that ready. I had forethought to have all of that ready, right? I took my time and I knew what I wanted to do a dinner meetup around. I created the lead magnet for that. I created the automation. I created a very easy to remember link for them to go into, right? So I was able to share that link and I was strategic with how I shared it so I could touch more people than that showed up to the dinner, right? So, I mean, we just have to be a little more intentional. We are in spaces and we're not getting the most value out of the spaces that we're in, right? Now, on another note, if you're having an event, okay, this is why it's good. You might not, first of all, the Wahova app is expensive. Excuse me. So that's why everybody doesn't have such apps and tech attached to their events. However, you can make a Facebook event just like we do in our community, right? So we do one for the movie night, right? We do one for the work sessions or whatever. And guess what can happen in that Facebook event? You can say things. You can post stuff. You can find out who's coming. All of the things that you could have done in a Wahova app, right? So when you're having an event, you can do a Facebook event or I prefer the Facebook event because people can do like the Eventbrite and all of that, but see, that's not social, right? It's not social. But you can at least share it and have a post and then let them be social under that post if you're like taking ticket money through Eventbrite. So that's possible, right? But you want to give people the opportunity to start communing before, right? When we had the retreat, most people that came to our retreat knew each other, but you kind of knew each other in passing. So what did we have? We had a pre-retreat social so that everybody could talk. Everybody found out who was close to everybody else. Teray and Shawana was able to meet up and decide to be on the same plane and get the same transportation, all of that good stuff, right? So give people opportunities to commune and get people gathered before your in-person event. Also, if someone else is having an event and they have a Facebook event, you can do on their Facebook event what I did in the Wahova app. You can go in there and you can be clear, introduce yourself. Who are you? Who do you serve? Who are you looking to meet? Right? You can go in there and you can ask, hey, I'm excited about coming. Who else is coming? I would love to touch base with you. Right? You can go in there and say, hey, the event is from this time to this time. I would love to have lunch with people. Let's do a lunch meetup. All of the things that I employed, you can employ. It doesn't have to be this specific business event. It doesn't have to be that specific app. So I need you to understand that you have these opportunities and you need to make the most of them. Okay. So Kimberly Miles, you have joined us. I would love to know which of the 4 strategies we talked about this week was most game changing for you. Feel free to put that in the comments. Okay. So Number one thing, like I talked to Shawana about before she left on her journey to the conference that she is actually moderating, I need to know, do you guys have a lead magnet? Do you have a lead magnet? Now, if you took the organic marketing workshop, you should, but some of y'all still ain't got it because Shawana took the workshop and she ain't have us, okay? So I need you to have a lead magnet, right? Now, and not just one, I need you to have more than one, because there are going to be lead magnets that are more valuable in certain situations, right? If you are going to somewhere where there's a gathering, I need you to be able to allow people to know that you can give them some type of value for free. That can be your valuable lead magnet. That can be an invite into your community, okay? That can be a discussion about what are their obstacles. If you don't know how not to talk too much, I don't like that one for you though, okay? But you have to be able to give some value, and you have to listen, right? Sales, helping, understanding, all of that comes with listening, big listening ears. If you're just letting people talk like the Charlie Brown adults until you hear a space so that you can hear them and get out what you're saying, that is not effective. Okay? That is not effective. And let me tell you how people know when you're not listening to them. They know. Okay? I have a former client that she don't listen. She's always actively doing something else during conversations, and she's acknowledging stuff, confirming stuff, and she don't remember none of it. You know why? Because she wasn't listening. And do you think the team knew she wasn't listening? Yes, they knew. She thought she was doing a good job of multitasking, and nobody knew. Everybody knew. People know when you're not listening to them. And guess what? They feel some kind of way about it. And you don't want anybody to feel some kind of way in a negative way about you when you're trying to service them. It has to be about them, so you have to listen. Okay? So this week was great. Have no idea what next week is going to be about. But does anybody have any questions about networking, getting money on the spot, or anything that we've talked about this week? Do you have an obstacle to doing
I do.
anything? What you got, Glo?
So I got an opportunity yesterday in regards with um it's a brunch, and it's called All Things Are Possible, and she wants me to broadcast my podcast basically at the brunch, and I guess like interview people and stuff like that. And I'm trying to come up with an idea of what to do and not be so difficult. The first idea that I came up with, because again, I that's it's a part of networking, but the first idea that I came up with was, okay, so I was wanting to get each of the person that goes up on the stage, and when they come off the stage, like, I wanted to grab them, because again, I'm going to be live from my Conversations with Glow page, and I was wanting to grab them and talk to them, but I don't know, like, if that would be like if that would like make sense, because if somebody else is coming up after that person speaks, I'm trying to get it out, like.
Gotcha. I understand what you're saying. So, but this is the thing. Your whole broadcast shouldn't be about everything at that event. You see what I'm
Okay.
saying? So I would not be trying to broadcast everything happening in the event so that I become a replay of this event. That's not what I would be trying to do. If she needs a replay of her event, she needs to hire a videographer.
Okay.
Right? So what I would be doing, I love the fact that you're getting them, after they come on the stage, because basically you can get them to recap and highlight what they talked about. Right? And
Yeah.
so in between there is where you can pull people from the audience, or people from back, the team from behind the scenes, or, you can talk about different stuff in between while they're actually speaking on the stage. But I wouldn't be trying to share what's happening on the stage verbatim, because that's just a replay.
Because that's what I was thinking in my mind, Auntie Shay, because I was just like, she reached out to me. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I definitely don't want it to be all about her program. Not saying that I'm being selfish or anything, but
Yeah.
that's exactly what I was wanting to do, like get a highlight.
And whose idea was it that you go live? Why can't you record this stuff and put it together as a compilation later?
It was the person that reached out to me.
She
It
wanted
was
you to
her.
go live.
Mhm.
Okay. I mean, I just see so many more issues when you go live. You got connectivity issues.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have a lot of dead air that you gotta feel if you're trying to be live the whole time.
Mhm.
So maybe you can go live in segments and then you can record segments.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So for
Mhm.
example, before it start, I would start interviewing the audience before it start. Why did they come? Whatever, whatever. And then I would start talking about the kind of conversations I have on my podcast and ask them their opinion on some of those conversations. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay.
So
Okay.
that's the audience, right? Every break I would pull somebody. And then in between, I would only go live with the speaker that went on stage, right? And then tell them, hey, we'll be back with the next speaker, right?
Yeah.
And so you could talk about what you enjoyed, and then you can interview that person, have that person do a recap, and then stop the live. Don't have a continuous live.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I got
So
it.
Heather said you're not the reporter, Glow, but actually you are the reporter. You're just not the star of the show, right? You're actually reporting what's happening.
Right.
And I think that's what Heather meant. Just report.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, y'all. I appreciate that.
Not a problem. Not a problem.
I have a
Dr. LaFera. Uh-oh, Dr. Tachi, you wanted to add something for Glow?
yes,
Please.
so I'm trying to understand, is it a true partnership, or is it where she, or have you all not worked that out yet? Because it seems to me that the benefit here, yeah, it should be mutually beneficial. But if she asked you, this is a live recording, or a live of your show at the event. It's less about the event, to me, less about the event as it is about your show from the event. So just like Shay said, definitely whatever your show, however you work in the pieces of your show, or whatever your show is about, should be worked into that. So like she said, asking people like how you have questions, asking those types of things, obviously, appropriate for the audience. But to me, it feels like it should be less about, the benefit is for her being on your show and you are working the show in. So you're live from there, but I would continue to do what I do, but it's special because I'm on location. I'm at an event. So you can work in some of those things and mention, yes, hey, we're live here at the such and such event and we've got the founder here, and you do a little bit with her, but it shouldn't be like play by play reporting because it's not about the event. It's about you at the event.
Exactly.
Bam. Okay. I got that. I'm about to save this live. Thank y'all so much.
Not a problem. Not a problem. Thank you, Dr. Tachi, for the value add. Dr. LaFera, you had a question.
I did. So I have a conference next month, and I'm one of the speakers, and it was one of the ones that I was part of the reason why it was set up. And so I didn't ask for I guess a gratuity, but what I did check in and see like what the other speakers are doing, and they're not really being proactive as far as like lead generation. But um, so one of the things I wanted to do, like you said, was to do a lead magnet. And so since I'm telling women how to reconnect with their bodies, um, uh, and it's like a self-love type theme, then I wanted to offer a lead magnet to where like they can track, different parts of their daily habits and know like where they are. So that's one. And then like she said that I could have a table, so it's kind of like I could be a vendor.
Yeah.
And so on that table, I was going to bring my books.
Mhm.
And so I'm not going to be able to be there all the time because I'll be up on stage some and talking to people probably some. And so I wanted to have another lead magnet to kind of help them to like to give them a quiz to kind of talk about some of the things that I talk about in the book, but also like to link it to what I'm talking about in the conference that they could take and to collect leads that way too. So like, what do you think about those in terms of like lead collection ideas.
So you only need one lead magnet.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to be confusing, right?
Okay.
You don't want to give them so many choices that they don't make a choice, right? Especially not in the same arena. So you have one lead magnet that's a go to this link, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you're gonna vend, my first question is there somebody that can come with you to help you? Because when you speak and vend, somebody needs to be manning the table at all times. I would
That is
prefer
true.
somebody else come so that they can be behind the table, so that I can be in front of the table, politicking, getting
That
more
is
people to
true.
come to the table. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
So do you
I
have
don't.
somebody that can help you by working the table for you?
Um, I don't right now, but like I could check with a couple of women that said that they wanted to come to the conference and see.
Yeah, check with them. If not, you can even do something like hire a task rabbit or hire, you know what I'm saying? They got moms groups in different towns and stuff where you can hire them, for the day or whatever. But somebody else needs to be at that table.
It's called Task Rabbit.
Yeah, task rabbit, and those are usually men,
Oh,
but it don't
men.
matter.
Okay.
Like if you can't find nobody, then go let the man do it. Let the man do it. Just tell them dress casual. I just need you to be back here and hand out this stuff. Just give them simple directions.
Mm-hmm.
So Task Rabbit, Task Rabbit. They do all kind of stuff. I use them for all kind of stuff. Like for example, when I do digital billboards,
Mm-hmm.
I get a digital billboard wherever it's the cheapest, and I hire a Task Rabbit to go and take pictures and do video. Right. So Task
Uh-huh.
Rabbit.
Yeah, I
But
have a
there are
photographer and videographer, but
Yeah, I ain't
uh,
doing all that because I wanted to look like user generated content. You see what I'm saying?
well, no, this is for my website.
Oh no, I'm just saying TaskRabbit is good for those
Okay.
types of things, right?
Okay.
In fact, you can hire two. You can hire one to come in with their cell phone and take pictures of you and take video, and then you can have the other one at the table. You know what I'm saying? So if you can't get two volunteers, then let's get two task rabbits. But so that's that part. So you got a lead magnet. That's a link that you're going to use from the stage to give the link, right?
Yeah.
You got somebody
Mm-hmm.
working your table. Now, the next thing you can do, because you have a table, I
Mm-hmm.
always have a contest. I always have a contest at my
Oh,
table.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
another
Okay.
way to get names in emails. So this way you actually can do it the old-fashioned way and have a sign-up sheet that asks for name and email address, right?
Okay. Yep.
And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna pick from that sheet before the conference is over, and you're gonna send them an Amazon gift card to their email address. Let them know you don't even have to be present at the time I pull to win. I love doing that. I have to have pages and pages because everybody wants to stop by, right? Another way to get them to your table, because see, vending is specific and it takes specific strategies. Another way to get people to your table, a bowl of candy. If they don't care nothing about what's at your table, they're gonna come over there and get that candy. Right? So have a bowl of candy. Let me tell you
They
another
come
thing
get the
that I
candy, but
do.
then they leave with my candy and
Leave.
kind of
I'm
emails.
just saying. They'll come. Look, while they unwrapping that candy, they'll look at everything on your table. Right?
Yeah.
Another thing that I do when I vend, and this is something, y'all, that is a true strategy to get people to my table. And they notice my table out of all the tables, is
Mm-hmm.
I use a matching shower curtain and bath rug. I use the shower curtain as my tablecloth, and I put the bath rug right outside the front of my table. And people, I don't care where I am, they see that bath rug in this room and they wonder what the hell is going on over there. So because you get a table, you can work the hell out of that table while you're on the stage. Give them the link, but tell them if they want to talk to you, come to the table and tell them where the table is. Let them know you would love. I would love to talk about your specific issues. Everything that I've talked about today is general. I would
Mm-hmm.
love to talk to you about your specific issues. So yeah,
Yep.
balloons
Thank
do
you.
catch attention. You're correct, Teray.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Kimberly said I have away a foot massager if they signed up on my list. She gives away a foot massager. So yeah. See, I don't like to get nothing physical. I like to get stuff I can give you through an email. Yeah, I understand, Kimberly. And also I have found when you have physical gifts in person, and that person has to be in person, and now you got to keep pulling names and all that kind of stuff. So I prefer digital gifts. So a digital Amazon card or a Starbucks card works just well, just as well. Yep. I would even say, you know, as a part of it, like follow me. You can have your what is it, QR code ready where they can follow you or get in your group or whatever. Do all the things, but give different things that is not where they're making a decision about two links. You know what I'm saying? So give a link from the stage. You can have a QR code on your iPad just sitting there. They can just come up and scan, or on a card, come up and scan. You know what I'm saying? You got the candy, you got the contest, and you got information on the table. I don't think you can lose with all of that. And if you're talking to people and you know that they're ready for the next step, that's the discovery call. Let's go ahead and see if we can get a deposit for whatever the next step is. Or let's buy this book.
Yeah. So, yeah. So you said Facebook group though. So that's like another kind of like, that's like another, I guess, lead generation though. But I wouldn't tell them that they can get into my group from the stage. Like, but when they got to the table, I guess it was,
From the stage is just a link and come see me at the table.
Right.
At the table, there's a card with a QR code where they can get in your group. There's the candy, there's the content. You see what I'm saying?
I got you. Yeah, so you can do all that at the table, but yeah, I wasn't gonna do it from the stage. Like, pick one of these. Yeah.
No, you're only doing your content and the link, and meet me at the table from the stage. Cool beans. Before we get out of here, did anybody else have any questions, or did anybody have anything they wanted to say about this week's content? Because this was kind of good. Trust me, I knew it was good when I saw that first strategy session. I said, oh shit, I gotta share this. All right. Kimberly said, I'm going to rewatch this week and answer afterward. It's hard when I'm at the Dream Funder to capture everything. Also, I received Teray's book last night. Woo, woo. Teray, you need to go under this replay in the group and put the link to your book. I'm gonna do a video and open it up. Yep. I did a picture, Kimberly, for your foot balm. I'm gonna do a video too, and then I'm gonna send it to you. Cool beans. I'm about to raise book, but Teray, you know it's gonna be half a year before I actually get it. Well, actually, it's on Amazon, so I really could get it here. It just might take me longer. So I just need them to fix my thingy. You saying I can buy it and send it to you, Heather, and you'll bring it to me? Boom, there it is. Then there it is. See, you didn't know I read minds, did you, Heather? You didn't know I read minds.
I knew that you knew what I was gonna say, so I was like, oh, I'll just bring it with me.
I'm just such a genius. Let me stop. Okay, y'all have a great week. Thank you for joining me. Yes, this will probably be one of the ones y'all vote on as a rewind during a holiday weekend or what holiday week or whatever. If you are in the paid productivity membership, watch your Slack channel today. It is February. Welcome to February. So I'm putting some stuff in there because one of the things I have been thinking about that we're adding in there, because you know your time management membership does not come with coaching. But I do want to talk about something that we did here in Playa. So here in Playa del Carmen, Mexico, there are co-working spaces. And one of the co-working spaces used to host a fuck-up night. And all that night, all you talked about was the things that went wrong and you got help. So it's really kind of like a hot seat. So I think I want to add that to our productivity membership. So look for the your Slack channel communication today, because it's coming at you. I'm gonna weave that into the schedule. Also, everybody in the community, your February schedule is being released today. Also, most of you already know because I did Facebook events for them, but we're gonna do it anyway. And the poll for what our movie club night needs to be about will go out today. So lots coming. Welcome to the community. If you're new, we do shit here. We commune, we give value. Okay. We have great conversations and we collaborate. So always be listening for who you could collaborate with. Okay. All right, guys. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. See you on Monday.